So now that you've finished your do now, let's go ahead and check your answers. So let's look at number one. We're going to start by graphing this inequality. We know it's an inequality because it has that greater than sign. So let's go ahead and start at 4 because that's my y-intercept. So let's put a point on that spot. Now we're going to use our y-intercept, -3, put it over 1. So from here we're going to go down 3 and over 1, put a point. And we're going to repeat this process down 3 over 1 until we have no more space. One more time. And there's our points. We can't go backwards. Let's go ahead and connect our line. Before I connect this line, I need to ask myself, am I going to do a solid or broken line based on my greater than sign? And again, it has no equals on it, which means my line is a broken line. Now I've got to decide, am I going to shade below or above? This is a greater than sign, so that tells me it's going to be above the line. Wherever the y-axis is pointing up, that's where I slide, and it's going to give me the region on the right-hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and shade this region right here. All right, let's go on to number 2, which is equivalent. The word equivalent means equal to x plus 3 times x plus 3. So let's go ahead and multiply them to see what is equal to them. Set up your box. Done this many times, so this should go pretty easily and quickly. Let's go ahead and multiply these. So we get x squared, 3x, 3x, and 9. Let's write our answer, x squared plus combine like terms. This gives us 6x, and then bring down the 9. So those are done. I'm going to clear this out. Pause it if you're still not done copying it down or making corrections. Let's go ahead and clear this out. Let's move up to the next problems. Let's fix that. Let me zoom out of this a little bit and bring it up. Hold on, sorry, technical difficulties here. All right, let's look at this next problem, number 3. It says Ms. Miller just finished a race that was 6 miles long in 90 minutes. Her next race is in 2 weeks. If she runs at the same pace, how long will it take her to run 15 miles? So here, all we have to do is set up a proportion. Let's look at the key important information here. So 6 miles in 90 minutes. And the second one is going to be how long will it take if she runs at the same pace for 15 miles. So I'm going to write this out. 6 miles in 90 minutes. And how long it's going to take her to run 15 miles. So we have 15 miles in blank minutes. Let's get rid of that piece. In blank minutes. So I'm going to put an X because we don't know how many minutes that's going to be. So we want to find out how long it's going to take her. We'll just set up a proportion. Easiest way to do it, if you've written this out, is just to build 2 fractions. So just put a fraction here and a fraction there. So this is going to be 6 over 15 equals to 90 over x. This should seem familiar from previous math classes. The way we solve this is we do that process called cross multiply. So it's like multiplying in diagonals or in an x. So the upper cross to the lower level, it's 6 and x. So we're just going to go ahead and multiply those. And I'm just going to write 6x. Let's get color on this, 6x. And the other part of the cross, 15 times 90, and that's going to give us 900. So we put an equals in between and put 900. And the way we solve this, we just divide, and we're pretty much done. So I'm going to divide both sides by 6. How many 6's go in 900? That's going to tell us how long it's going to take Miss Miller to run 15 miles, and that will be about 150, I believe. Yeah, that's 150. And let's put our units on it, minutes. So X will tell us that it's going to take 150 minutes to run that distance. Let's look at this last problem. I'm going to clear this out just to have the room. Positive, you need to get more of it. So I'll clear this out real quick. Let's put it back up. Here we go. So we have Andrea earns $715 a week in her job. 23.25 is taken away for taxes. That's a deduction. How much money is left afterwards? So remember, when we want a percent of a number, we just multiply. So we want 750 of, I'm sorry, we need 23.25% of 750. So we're going to go ahead and multiply, but remember, this is not a decimal. We got to change it. The decimal is a percent decimal, so we got to change it into a strict number, which is a percent. So let's go ahead and move that decimal over twice to the left. So we're going to be multiplying 23.25, I'm sorry, 23.2325, sorry, times 750. So we'll just take our calculator real quick and multiply those numbers. 0.2325 times 750. That is 174.375. Since we're talking about cash, we're just going to round it to 2 decimal places, 174.38. So that's how much money is being taken away from the 750. So let's go ahead and deduct it, which means subtract it. So we have our 750. We're going to subtract the 174.38. And how much is going to be left when we subtract 750 minus 174.38? And we are going to be left with $575.62. So that's how much money Andrea will have after taxes. Now go ahead and start the next video to go over the notes for today.